Imagine you're a small mouse walking through a forest at night. Everything seems quiet. You hear the wind. You hear leaves moving. But then, something is already above you. You don't hear wings. You don't hear a rush of air. You don't hear the predator approaching. And suddenly, an owl is there. So how can a bird with such large wings fly so quietly? The answer is hidden in its feathers. Flying might look effortless, but moving through the air creates turbulence. And turbulence creates sound. When a bird flaps its wings, air moves around the feathers. Those moving air currents can produce noise. For many birds, that noise isn't necessarily a problem. But owls have a different challenge. Many species hunt at night. And when you're trying to catch an animal that can hear extremely well, making lots of noise isn't exactly helpful. So evolution gave owls a remarkable solution. Look closely at an owl's wing. The feathers don't have perfectly smooth edges like you'd expect. The leading edges of some flight feathers have tiny comb-like structures. These structures help break up the turbulence created as air moves over the wing. Instead of producing larger, more noticeable bursts of turbulent air, the airflow is broken into smaller structures. This can reduce some of the aerodynamic noise produced during flight. And that's only part of the story. Owl feathers are also unusually soft. Their surfaces have a velvety texture that helps absorb and scatter sound. And along the trailing edges of the flight feathers are soft fringes. These fringes further disturb the airflow in a way that helps reduce noise. Put all of these features together, and you get something pretty remarkable. An owl can move through the air with surprisingly little sound. Why does silent flight matter? Now imagine you're an owl hunting at night. Your prey isn't necessarily looking directly at you, but it may have excellent hearing. If your wings make a loud rushing sound every time you fly, the prey might hear you coming, could freeze, run, hide, or escape. But if your approach is much quieter, you have a better chance of getting close before the prey realizes there's danger. Silent flight doesn't guarantee a successful hunt, but it gives the owl a valuable advantage. Owl flight isn't completely silent. There's an important detail here. Owls aren't literally silent. Nothing flying through air is completely silent. Instead, their feathers and wing structure help make their flight much quieter than it would otherwise be. And that's an important distinction. The real story isn't that an owl breaks the laws of physics. It's that evolution has produced an incredibly effective way of reducing aerodynamic noise. More than just a cool trick. Silent flight isn't simply an interesting feature. It's part of a larger hunting system. Owls combine their quiet flight with excellent hearing, vision, powerful talons, and specialized hunting behavior. Some species can locate prey in extremely low light. Others can use sound to help locate animals they can't easily see. Their entire body is adapted for hunting, and their feathers are one of the most fascinating parts of that system. Conclusion. So the next time you see an owl flying through the night, listen carefully. You might hear nothing at all. And that's exactly the point. An owl doesn't need to be the fastest predator in the forest. Doesn't need to make the most noise. Sometimes, the most dangerous predator is the one you never hear coming. If you enjoyed this fascinating animal fact, subscribe to Did You Know Daily for more unbelievable animal stories.